What's up, everybody? So, I don't like telling people my height, so I've decided I'm gonna change the way I do it now. From now on, I'm just gonna say I'm like 3 foot 34 inches, or like 2 foot 46. Just so like you have to do like mental math before you realize that I'm less than 6 feet tall. But yeah, that has nothing to do with what I'm gonna talk about. So Thanksgiving just happened, so I think it's probably a good time to have a conversation about like whether team names like the Redskins or like the Chiefs are like racist and if they should be like changed. Personally, I don't know why they want that as their team name in the first place, because like usually you want your team names to be something that's like scary or like intimidating, like Lions or like Titans. But given the choice, like I feel like the Colonials is like a way better, than like anything about Native people. Like they'd be a terrific away team, right? Like they'd never lose away. I think that's probably why like the Patriots or like the Yankees do so well. Also, probably why the Patriots get accused of cheating so much. Because like when you name yourself after like 18th century white male landowners, you can't be surprised when people accuse you of giving yourself unfair advantages. It's what you do. So yeah. They're like most sports are pretty bad at like naming their teams. Like baseball is like one of the worst for it. There's actually 2 separate teams in the Major League Baseball league that are just named after particular colors of socks. So, which is pretty fucking stupid. Like what's worse though is that of those 2 teams, neither of them figured out how to spell the word socks correctly, which really annoys me. Yeah, another thing, it's the holiday season, so you're probably going home seeing your family more. Seeing your family is like good in theory, but like, I have some things that annoy me about it. Like, first off, don't talk to me about roads, okay? I don't know anything about roads. I don't know where I drive on. I literally use Google Maps to get to the store, okay? I don't know about roads. My grandpa's like classic for this. Like, I'll be at home, and if I get in a one-on-one conversation with him, he's like, oh yeah, he's talking about how I got home from like Penn State. He's like, oh, did you take 17 over to 52 over to Clarion where you turn left at the Denny's and then you continue on like 75 to get to 76 and then get home? And I'm like, sure, yeah, that's how I did it. That's how I got here. Also, you might hear this because like Christmas cards are maybe starting to go out. Have you guys ever had like an older person like tell you need to go buy stamps because they're about to increase the price? Like, I'm always like, I don't think anyone's getting trampled at the Black Friday sale at the post office, Grandma. Like, I don't know that's something I need to be worried about. I'm pretty sure I can handle the 5-cent increase on stamps for the 14 letters I have left to send in my entire life. I'm not too worried about stamp prices. Another thing, like when you're at home, you get asked a lot of questions. For you, that might be like asking about your romantic life or something. Not for me. A little background: I'm an astrophysics major, which is really just a fancy way of saying I'm a virgin. Apparently, I give off like a vibe to my family. I give off like a we'll pray for him sort of energy. So yeah, I don't get asked about my romantic life really. They prefer to like ask me to explain stuff. I don't know why. Like whether it's like economy or whatever. Or like my mom one time, she was like, "Is the sun a planet? And also, what's a black hole?" And I was like, the fact that you're asking the first question makes me think you're not going to understand the answer to the second question. So yeah. Another thing for the holidays, food. Food's important. Do you guys remember Fruit Loop straws? Is the thing Kellogg's actually tried to sell? That's a dumb idea. It's not original. It's not original, right? You can't just extrude your product and call it something new. It's just a long Fruit Loop. A Fruit Loop straw is what you get like when the machine that cuts the Fruit Loop dough breaks. And that is how Fruit Loops are manufactured, I'm pretty sure. I also, Fruit Loop straws, I don't understand, there's no precedent for it, right? You don't see like Cup of Noodles making like dried noodle straws that you drink boiling water through. That's not something that is done. Also, like, what was wrong with spoons? What made it so hard to like lift a spoon to your mouth? Like, I feel like the Fruit Loop straw is the first step towards like the society from WALL-E. Step one. The next thing Kellogg's is going to do, I'm pretty sure, is the Fruit Loops IV, where they're just going to sell you a bag of corn syrup, and then you just add milk and then mainline it. That's how you get your breakfast in the morning. Other bad food products, the Cheez-It pizza. Have you guys heard of this from Pizza Hut? The Cheez-It pizza? Yeah, it's an abomination is what it is. And worse, their tagline for it is, "You didn't ask for it, but you're gonna want it." Well, you're certainly right about one thing, Pizza Hut. Okay, nobody asked for that. So, let me give me a second. Yeah, so I'm actually not even disappointed in Pizza Hut though. Right, this is the kind of thing you'd expect from the people who tried to convince us to eat pizza backwards, and they tried to sell the Pizzone. That's just a calzone. You can't just change the name and act like it's something different. It's just a calzone pizza. You're not tricking anyone. And then I also forgot again. Don't pay attention right now. Yeah. So actually, I'm disappointed in Cheez-It because I really like Cheez-Its, but then they let their product just be turned into the turducken of cheese. It's just cheese and cheese. Nobody needs that. That's unnatural. Yeah, I think the other pizza chains are probably looking at Pizza Hut right now like, wow, glad we're not them. Like even like Papa John's. And Papa John's, they fired Papa John, the founder, CEO, chairman, and namesake, and they're still like, hey, we didn't make the Cheez-It pizza. So there's one though, I'm sure Little Caesars is definitely pissed off they missed out on the Cheez-It pizza. That they'd be the ones. I have a feeling that they're going to fire their entire product development team for losing out on the Cheez-It pizza. And then they're just going to hire the people from Kellogg's, I presume. And so next year, keep an eye out for 2020 is going to be the full release of the new extra most tallest breadstick straws. Is going to be their 2020, is how they're gonna change their pizza game in 2020. But that's about it for me, guys. Thank you.
All right, give it up for Owen one more time. An excellent man. An excellent person. I think. Let's see how you. Okay. All right. This is my personal stance as Ryan Hatfield. I refuse to acknowledge any Palestinian. Okay.
What do you think about that?
Israel was elected a nation by the UN after Britain seized Ottoman land after the Second World War. I will fight and die for Israel and crush all opposition against Israel. Also, online orders are 50% off the PSA. I extrude my turds and call it your lunch, nerd bitch. And then it's a picture of me shitting in Owen's mouth. It's disgusting. Question: is there anything about being a virgin that also makes you a mediocre at comedy? Ryan Hatfield again, guys. For real this time. If you want to talk about abominations, you can't Wait, you can't not mention homosexuality.
What do you feel about that? You gotta read the whole thing.
Sodomy is a sin, and God, the one true white Christian one, destroyed the city for which it is named. Once again, 50% off all pizza. All right.
We're running this tomorrow.
You know what? I'm starting to regret that. Yeah, we didn't. That didn't take very long. Owen is like the Cheez-It pizza from Pizza Hut. Nobody asked for it. Isn't it crazy that Owen exists? Because if his parents are anything like him, they're probably virgins. What do you get when you cross a pig, a box of matches, and a bottle of shaving cream? I don't know, but Owen looks like a virgin. Owen looked exactly like the kind of person who would eat a Cheez-It pizza. He's a permanent prepubescent boy. Owen isn't a virgin because he's an astrophysicist. Physicist. It's because he can't follow simple directions. Hint, the clitoris is due south. All Ryan knows is host. All Ryan knows is host. Owen has a better chance of escaping a black hole than losing his VCAR. Owen's a smart man, but doesn't have the formula to get a girl to love him. Owen's height isn't the only thing that's short. And then a winking face. I don't know what that could mean. Every straight girl just looked at Owen and laughed. Laughed at his height. Well, you're a good sport, Owen.